Today we're going to present how scientific innovation helps Canada face climate change. Climate change refers to long-term changes in temperature and weather patterns, mainly caused by human activities such as burning fossil fuels. So Canada is particularly affected by climate change because of its geography. It's a very large country with vast forests, long coastlines, and a large Arctic territory. So as a result, climate change has serious environmental, economic, and social consequences for Canada. However, Canada is not only a victim of climate change, it is also a country that invests in science and innovation to reduce emissions and adapt to these changes.
Climate change is already visible in Canada. In fact, Canada is warming about twice as fast as the global average, and the Arctic is warming nearly 3 times faster. One major consequence is the melting of glaciers and permafrost in the north. This threatens wildlife and damages infrastructure in indigenous and northern communities. Another important impact is the increase in extreme weather events. Canada has experienced more intense heat waves, floods, and forest fires. For example, wildfires have destroyed large forest areas and released massive amounts of CO2 into the atmosphere. These impacts show that climate change is not a distant problem, but currently a reality for Canadians.
To fight climate change, Canada relies heavily on scientific innovation, especially in the field of clean energy. One of Canada's biggest strengths is its use of renewable energy. More than 80% of Canada's electricity comes from non-emitting sources, mainly hydropower, but also wind and solar energy. This helps reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Canada is also developing new technologies, such as carbon capture and storage. These technologies aim to capture carbon dioxide from industrial sites before it enters the atmosphere. Scientific innovations allows Canada to reduce its environmental impact while still supporting its economy.
In addition to clean energy, Canada plays an important role in climate research. Canadian scientists study climate change in the Arctic to better understand global warming and rising sea levels. This research helps governments make better decisions and prepare for future climate risks. Innovation is not only about stopping climate change, but also about adapting to its consequences. In conclusion, climate change represents a major challenge for Canada, but scientific innovation offers real solutions through clean energy, research, and new technologies. Canada shows how science can be a key tool in the fight against climate change. Thank you for listening.